So in this video, we're going to be talking about the Roman Republic and the principles that make it work. I've said before that the Republic is the Romans rejecting monarchy by creating a system that's intended to ensure the shared governance of Rome by the propertied families, and to prevent the preeminence of any one individual over the rest of the Roman community. So what does that mean? There are four critical principles to the Republic that help to ensure the shared governance of the propertied families and the prevention of any one individual emerging above the rest. These are as follows. First is collegiality. Every Roman elected official has a colleague. The highest elected official of the Roman Republic was the consul, but the consulship was always a college of two consuls, each with the capacity to stop the other if he acts ambitiously or unjustly. The praetorship was a college of 6 praetors every year, and so on. A number of priesthoods were also collegial, and during the Republic, special commissions were often 2 or 3 men sharing a particular task. The point is that nothing important conducted by the Roman government was entrusted to a single man. It was always 2 or more colleagues given the responsibility and authority to act on behalf of Rome. The second principle was annual office. Each elected official was in office for 1 year, then gave up that office. Re-election was very rare, and in some periods of the Republic, re-election was illegal. An ex-consul could run again for the consulship later, but custom normally required that he wait 3 or 4 or 10 years before running for the office again. And usually this occurred only with outstanding and unusual leaders and generals of whose talent the Romans were in great need. In general, though, the office and mindset was 1 year, and each consul, praetor, and so on thought in terms of what could be accomplished in his year in office before he turned it over to the next member of his generation vying for the post. The third principle that helped to safeguard the Republic was Imperium. One thing that's critical to understand about the Roman Republic is that elected office did not come automatically with the ability to order citizens around. You could almost say that a Roman office was a set of duties and responsibilities and not a set of powers. A consul had a duty to lead Rome's armies, for example. But being elected consul did not give you the power to command a Roman legion. To compel a citizen, whether to appear as a private citizen in the forum for judgment or assembly, or as a soldier on the fields of Mars, to compel a citizen required Imperium, which was the popularly granted right to compel a citizen. This was voted separately by the Curiate Assembly on the morning of the elected official's inauguration. This dual process, first election to the office by the Centuriate Assembly, then, months later, on the day the office begins, endowment with Imperium by the Curiate Assembly, served 2 vital purposes for the Romans. First, it meant that Imperium was always entrusted to a particular man and not automatically given away with the office, reminding the citizens each time of how important it was to choose whom to empower over themselves and of the sovereignty of the Roman citizen. Second, this 2-vote process was seen by the Romans as an opportunity for the gods to intervene if the wrong man was somehow elected to office, and so therefore was seen as an extra safeguard on the liberty of the Roman people. Finally, the ladder of offices, or cursus honorum. Each young Roman nobleman rose up through the same set of offices in sequence and no earlier than a certain minimum age for that office. No one could be consul without first having been praetor, and before that aedile and quaestor, and nobody could be consul before the age of 42. As a result, the candidates for consul tended to have similar experience and qualifications, minimizing the extent to which one person might end up standing out from the others, and ensuring that there's a number of qualified men capable of holding each office each year. All these things help to ensure the collective rule of the propertied families. There are also elements of the Roman culture that help to define the nature of the republic. The Roman state religion played a role ensuring that no consul, nor even a dictator, could act unilaterally without first consulting the gods. Not only that, but an unjust or vainglorious act on the part of an ambitious consul or dictator not only risked faction and insurrection from the people or the tribunes, but also the wrath of the gods at the injustice as well. The critical role played by the gods is illustrated in the Roman way of declaring war. The priest ambassadors, called fetiles, had to satisfy the gods of a wrong having been done to Rome via a special ritual before the Romans could vote to go to war. Perhaps most important in terms of culture is the set of values by which the Romans defined Romanness itself. These included the qualities of what it meant to be a man, virtus, literally manliness, from the Latin vir, or man, including valor and poverty and excellence. Notable values bound up with this include pietas, loyalty to one's father, ancestors, and clan; fides, or trustworthiness; gravitas, treating important matters seriously; constantia, being utterly reliable; and auctoritas, which is the respect and reputation you gain from your accomplishments on behalf of family and Rome. These are all collectively described as the mos maiorum, the ways of our ancestors, by Romans who derided their own times as corrupted by wealth and greed. And we'll get to those times later, but the principles of the Republic remain the same, especially for Romans looking back at it in retrospect. And I'll talk more about that and how it works in practical ways in the next video. For now, that's that.